Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to more Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender action. Let's celebrate New Year's Eve! Oh wait, I'm sorry. I clicked shop. Go to work. Don't you mean go to party? Look, we got Bubbly Girl. Okay, what's going on? Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Boss, are you alright? I'm scared. Gaby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright, I can assure you of that. Drink something, maybe that will cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you up for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug? Does that work? A hug? A big one. A reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah. Everything is fine. I am Julianne Stingray, and I'm fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gaby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello. Gaby. Come in. Excuse me? Welcome to Valhalla. Hey! You talk first. No, some days ago I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least, not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. What? Just that? Hold on. Yeah, this is suitable. Yep. That's all I can see on this sheet of paper. Don't catch the cable. Drawer closed. Leave the cable alone. Yep. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? I checked the back. Didn't you hear me flip over a sheet of paper? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A fucking letter of all things. And she just says, sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I just... I remembered all the times my sister provoked you that way. Like that time where she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of the 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she did it, and you were confused all day long. She always brags she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yep. Thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum. Shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently, the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find out what made her so vulnerable. Doctors said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack, and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance to the research institute back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today, I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive. You're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together? Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is to try and lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though. Did she really start to complain about chest pain shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything actually was too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods. I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been more mature. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either, so... Let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger U? I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day, I read a thread that discussed the bar, and the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad, more like dumbfounded. Oh. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well... Back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right there and then. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom? My say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No! No! I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much. But you have to understand, I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led you to you two fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps, if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Huh? I told you. She mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. We are quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly! Heh. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was, like, 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again. And it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So, let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah. Let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry. Trust me. Let's make something to toast Gaby with. Preferably something sweet. Nah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just the one slot? Okay. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gaby in your absence. I'll make sure Gaby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problems you and I had. Hey. Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say that to me. Say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. Hold on one. Give me one moment. We're trying to do a toast and I have to take a swig so that way I don't choke. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot! Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot! I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot! Hey, Jill. Promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight. I can't do that. You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gaby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore. Faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers! Cheers! That's the best I got. I don't have 2 glasses here. So... about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's a sugar rush. There's no alcohol in it. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. But there's no alcohol in it. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you a beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. I was like, why would your jaw hurt? And I thought about it, I was like, oh, duh, because she put chewing gum. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer, and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well. Where the signal got lost. I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out that she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in the salad days. She said, so do you like eating me for lunch? Jill? I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all. Hey Gaby, do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Claire's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Claire knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course! How would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Claire doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby, and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough, at least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened a second branch last year. So he's looking to expand? I think he got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy opened an opportunity... The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District had almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I knew you were fucking... I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark one for daddy!" I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as they said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society, and in her circle of friends, a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sister's side for that one, though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore. Thanks to you. Huh? I thought there was going to be a party here. Oh, Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year's celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. I don't want a kid to burden. Hold on. Don't worry, you won't. You'll only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. That's why I gave you a sugar rush. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce to you. It's fading to white. It's fading to white. Is this the end? It's the end, isn't it? Ah! Bright light! Bright light! Well, this is it. This is the end that I got. Huzzah! It feels like a happy end, right? It's a happy end, right? Wonderful, beautiful. Can't say that I will, cover all the other potential, directions, I guess. But who knows what the future holds. This was a wonderful experience. Honestly, it's definitely one of those kind of things where it's kind of like, you know, I'm surprised I hadn't played it sooner. Business cat. Cassandra Caw. Special thanks to everyone who pre-ordered and you right there. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful game and experience. I like it. Thank you. I always love it when people also give special thanks to the person who played the game, you know? It's always such a nice feeling because, you know, made in Game Maker Studio by Yo-Yo Games. Nice. Very nice. I have to wonder if I'll ever find out who Anna is. Would I find that out maybe in a different ending or something? Or maybe there's an after credit sequence. I didn't think about that. After credit sequence, let's go! Yizbird. Let's go! After credit sequence, right? Did you have fun? Yes, I had fun. Thank you for asking. I had fun. Do I need to click or something? Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you, though? Oh! She's that kind of person. Now, let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. This is Jill and Gaby going back and forth. I didn't realize that. You're right. Good night, Jill. Good night, Gaby. Sweet dreams. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Gracias. Peluche. 2016. 6 years ago. After credit sequence, here we go, right? Do I have to click? Oh, I was about to say. Sunday, August 27th. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for this second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, And now for something completely different. Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But And you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live there. The time you spent setting up a useless farewell could have been asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your four ball just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from Foray this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for at least 25 years before finding him. Yes, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget, I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend over or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Emoto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Emo who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. She did say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama. 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 Oh, 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 oh. Please come again. Here you can now save heart data. Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from a day one while keeping your items and money. Thank you for playing. Awesome. We'll do it right here. New Game Plus. Thank you. And that's the end. That is it. That is... Oh, look at that. We have Gaby here! Gaby's on the screen! Aww. Well, as I said, that's it. Valhalla is over. This has been my run of it. Thank you very much for watching. And ciao for now. Ciao for now.